The experiment in question is to reduce the length of the working week from 8 hours a day to 6 hours a day, from a 40-hour week to a 30-hour week. And in particular, the way they've organized it in Sweden, you work 5 days a week, but you only work 6 hours, not 8 hours. This is interesting. Why was this done? Well, it was a proposal pushed onto the government of Gothenburg by the Left Party, a political party there, quite influential, which argued basically that a 30-hour week is both more humane, both more in line with Swedish values, and would in the end be better for business, something which the business community disputed, as you might imagine. The argument of the Left Party was, over the 40 previous years in Sweden, with a 40-hour work week, there had been a slowly but steadily rising problem of sick leave, more and more Swedish people taking sick leave from their jobs, and more choice of early retirement by people who said, apparently, that they were retiring because, in part, they were exhausted. Well, they've made the experiment. It's lasted long enough. The project has been a roaring success. Even the businesses involved and the offices involved say that with shorter work, shorter work days, the workers have become markedly more productive, have suffered markedly fewer sick days, and are much more energized and happy about the work experience than it was before. Let me express clarity here. They're paid exactly as much as they were before. They work 2 hours a day less, but their pay is the same. So this is a cut work week with no cut in pay. Wow. Turns out the business leaders were wrong, and that this experiment was successful. Now, clearly, it might not work in another country. It might not work in different industries. There are all kinds of questions that can be raised about such a study, and that's all well and good, because the issue isn't to establish the universality of this, but it's to learn a lesson, that the people who may know better about the work process than the employer are the employees. And allowing them to make certain decisions and to make certain experiments is in the interest of everybody. And that what's good for workers isn't necessarily what is to be opposed by the employer. That there are a number of things going on here that can teach very valuable lessons to working people and to their employers. And of course, the next logical step is to ask, what about making workers their own directors? What about making workers play both sides of the relationship, employee and also employer? Question whether the system might not work better, the system of production of goods and services, if we got rid of the old, stale, and by now ineffective pattern of making some people employers and other people employees. Why don't we overcome that soul-searing division?